Okay, this is the Board of Trustees of the Franklin Township Public Library. It was September 25th, and we have a quorum, and this is our first in-person meeting in a couple of years. We've been on Zoom since this meeting is being held in person at the library. I'll call the meeting to order, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And call the roll. Agnes?
Yeah.
Kulabanya?
Yep.
Zach Whitman? Yes, sir. And we were welcoming Zach as his first meeting. Tiana Grisham?
No.
No. Okay.
And Amy.
Amy is not here.
Oh.
Aisha?
Here.
Kevin McNeil?
Yes.
Mayor Kramer is not here. Nicholas Champa, I am here. January Adams, and our director is here. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, also known as the Sunshine Law. The schedule and notification of this meeting have been provided to the Courier News, the Home News Tribune, and the Franklin Township Clerk. Copies have been posted in the library's vestibule and are available at the reference desk. At this time, I'd like to open part number one of the public portion of the meeting. Is there any member of the public who would like to speak at this time? Seeing none, I'd like to close the part one of the public portion and ask for approval, a motion to approve the minutes of the August 28th meeting.
Motion that we approve the minutes from the August meeting.
Kevin has offered a motion. Is there a second? Agnes has seconded the motion. Is there any discussion about the motion?
No.
Seeing none, I'd like we'll take a hand count vote first and see if that works. All in favor of approving the motion to approve the minutes from the August 28th meeting signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Nay.
So present, that's okay, because I don't have that.
Right, because you information.
Okay.
Didn't you have it? It's not in May.
I'll show you that.
You send them every month? Yes. I don't think I read the last one.
That's okay.
I got the first.
Well, I'll jump in as we're available. Okay. Okay.
The vote was 4 positive and 1 voted present. The motion passes. I'd like to go over to the director's reports. Start with the financial report.
For our newer members, I'll just mention that the library is on the fiscal year. It runs from July 1st to 30th. And you'll see in the final column over to the right that you'll see a percentage of the year that's gone by. And it's a guideline, and sometimes you'll see some of the lines are like at 100%. That means there's been a service contract. So it's an annual fee, so that's why that will look high. But it's a guideline and let you know how we're doing. And you can see for all branches that 16.6 is the guideline and we spent 14.7%. And for the branch, we spent 17%. And then the other sheet that you get is the revenue page. Slightly different shade green. And that just outlines, all the sources of revenue for the library and let you know how far along we are with getting it.
I can, I'll look.
Oh,
That's
okay.
easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Now that you've all digested this and memorized all the numbers, um, if there are any questions, this would be the time to ask January about them, but otherwise, can we go on with your operations report?
Okay, during this past period, the Adult Services Department, what I do with this, I just read the highlights. You get a longer version in your packets, or you should have. I'll just go over the highlights. And the Adult Services Department had 42 programs that 452 people came to, and Youth Services had 32 programs that 1,054 people came to. We've got a new program. It's called the Silent Book Club. I have to admit, I kind of don't understand it myself, but
Silent book.
it's the attendees bring their own books. They sit there and read together, and then afterwards they can mingle.
Okay.
Okay,
Is it popular?
I'm told it is. I'm
Okay.
told it is. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Have an open mind.
And all the summer reading programs are over, and we have 74 teams for their program, and they read for 1,752 hours. We have 137 adults registered in the adult program. They read for 134,880 minutes, and I do not know why the teens are in hours and the others are in minutes, but they are. And they had 284 children, and they read for 115,577 minutes.
Wow.
So that's over with for this year, and looking forward to next summer.
So you have to turn the units into hours?
I guess I shouldn't. That's the state library likes things given to them in a particular way. That's probably why it's minutes.
yeah, that's what you explained to us in the past. So.
And that's all I have to say. Unless anybody has any questions or comments.
Thank you, January, for your well done reports. This one and all the ones in the past tells us how busy a library this is. So I have no president's report today. So let's move on to correspondence and communication. Part of this is the three items that January has included in our packet. Now, not all of you have gotten them, but each month, January picks out a few interesting things that are usually from the library journal.
I think part of it's on that cover, but I was able
No,
to get.
I think it overlaps.
Does it?
Yeah, it was a real thing.
Oh.
This was from a newspaper article, and I asked January to pass it along.
Yeah.
Because this character made a big business out of Barnes and Noble.
Back when, I guess the 90s, that was like the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barnes and Nobles. I'm talking about they had Queens. You know, my daughter even worked in the one down by Wall Street, but I mean, it was like a eating place.
Yes,
You know?
it was a new concept in book selling where not only does someone go in and buy a book and walk out, but they make coffee, sit and read on comfortable chairs, meet people and talk about books, and it was a very big movement. And one of the things that happened is that a lot of the mom and pop bookstores went under.
Yeah.
And then, well, that's the type of thing that
But then what happened with them?
Yeah.
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 It was
yeah.
like,
And then
the
Amazon
mom and
came.
pop
Yeah.
stores went under because of them, and then Amazon.
Yeah.
And ebooks, you know, so anyway.
Is there any other correspondence that anyone has received?
I would just like to add something, just another explanation for the new members, that the library gets state aid from the state. And one of the requirements for the state aid is that the board participate in a certain number of continuing education. And these articles, reading these articles counts towards that. So that's part of the reason you get them, not only because I think they're interesting.
Right. But they are interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was you trying to give us a hint with,
Oh, am I gonna run for lieutenant governor?
Yeah.
with the librarian?
In Utah, they don't. You got that.
Yeah. You're not interested?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
But speaking of state aid, sorry if this is a silly question, but they don't have anything here except to be received
Yeah, we get it once a year.
once a year.
Yeah. It's a small amount compared to what the third mill is that the bulk of our income is from the statutory third mill, which is based on 1/3 of 1,000th of all the assessed value in the township of Franklin. So as the assessed value of our houses goes up, the income, the main part of the income to the library goes up. And that's for every municipality in the state.
Good to know.
Yeah, that's how they give us our money. Most of it, right?
Yeah, most of it.
The rest comes from fines and the state aid and the copier machine.
Copiers is printed. It's printed.
Printer, yeah. And the books that I buy.
Yes, Nick, you can still quite a.
Yeah.
I take them home and
$340.
what are we gonna do with all these books? Okay. Is there any old business?
Was Lisa? No.
Is there any new business?
No.
Seeing none, there is no executive session required this time. And so I'd like to open the second part of the public portion of the meeting. Before doing so, though, I just mentioned that the rules, part of the rules are get 5 minutes to talk. You can't give your time to anybody else. And adults must state their name and address. People under 18 need only state their first name. So, any public comments? Bob? No. Seeing none? Bob. I'd like to close part 2 of the public portion of the meeting. And confirm that our next meeting will be October 23rd, again, here in this room.
That's not good.
Cake will be served.
That's my first thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how old I am. Anybody good at math? I was born in '68. What is that gonna make me? 56. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Man. I like that. Man. I do want to say that the roof is like, I know, you know, this is my first time. Is it? I think it's my first time since the new roof over there.
It's nice.
It's nice.
It's nice.
I didn't realize it was going. Did it always cover the whole roof?
Yes, yes, and a little bit beyond. Mhm.
So there's different panes in it, or is it?
They're
It's better
thick,
quality.
they're thick, they're not made of polycarbonate, and they have insulation inside, and they will let less heat come in during the summer, and also have a much better insulating value to save heat in the winter.
When?
Yeah, but the main thing is the air conditioning could not keep up with the heat in that area. So, yeah.
So when was it? When was it? Did we have any hot days since
Yes.
this?
and I didn't hear any complaints.
No, it's much better. It really works.
Okay.
That doesn't mean there weren't any, but
Right,
I
right,
didn't,
right.
there were some very hot days, because it was finished around the beginning of August.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
but you may notice the lighting is better out there now too.
It just looks
It's
more
the
inviting.
views are more,
Yeah.
it's softer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a good.
I noticed that when I came, it's one of those things. As soon as I walked in, it's like, sometimes you don't, like I knew, once I knew, I said something is different, but then, then it hit me because I knew we had, replaced the roof, so, yeah, good job.
Is there a motion to adjourn? Agnes
I moved that, yeah, Joe.
and
Kevin?
I'll say.
having a seconded. Those in favor signify by raising their hand. Adjournment has passed unanimously. No one even verbally present.